This is Adriana Gascoigne. Welcome to True Silicon Valley Story, where we give you the behind-the-scenes look on several up-and-coming startups in this area. Today we're going to see Snocap. They have a Live at Snocap series where bands from all over the world come and perform at the Snocap offices. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit tight, but I really think that it's going to be a fun show. So here are their offices. We're going to walk in and just take a sneak peek. Come on. We are here at Snocap's offices. Welcome, Rusty. How are you today?
Great, great. Thanks for being here today.
Oh, no, it's our pleasure. Thanks for inviting us. You guys just had a performance from Hanson. How's that go?
It was fun. Hanson, they've been around for like 10 years, and this is their first launch out as an indie artist. And so this new album's total indie work. So they came in today and played for us, and they actually use our Snocap My Store to distribute their content now. So we're pretty excited about it.
Oh, wonderful. So is this a sequence of concerts that you'll be having here live?
Yeah, one of the things we do at Snocap is our technology, our digital registry actually allows for artists to be able to upload their content right off the soundboard and immediately make it available for sale. So we do this little live series thing. We call it Live at Snocap, and then we put those in a Live at Snocap store, and they go up on our MySpace page and on the artist's MySpace page. So it's a series that we're having a lot of fun with, and as bands come through town, they stop at Snocap, and it's kind of fun for everybody too. You know, Tuesday morning, let's all get together, stop for a second, have a concert. Yeah. It's all part of being in the music industry.
It's something you don't see in many, office buildings in this area.
Yeah, an interesting thing though is, in the Bay Area, I always like to say we are sort of the beginning of the new hub of music. Yeah. And so if you think about digital music between us and Apple and Pandora and a couple of different large aggregators like IOTA, you got a lot of stuff that's happening in the music scene in San Francisco digitally. So we might as well have the fun of the live performances at the same time.
Definitely. Speaking of the live performances here locally, you guys just announced a new feature that basically provides the opportunity for bands like Hanson to record live and distribute over your site. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can actually take the technology, and as I was mentioning, take it right off the concert right off the soundboard. So about a month ago, we did 3 nights in Madison Square Garden with a band called Dispatch, and they had a great time. It was a lot of fun because right in the third song of the first show, the band was able to come on and say, "Hey, Snocap's actually recording tonight's show. It's being made available right now on our MySpace page or on our Dispatch homepage." And all of a sudden, kids started text messaging. Our first 100 buyers were from all over the United States. California, Nevada, Texas, Oregon. And it was because, the kids are sending the message. And it's about, if I can't be there, I want to be there.
Yeah, definitely.
And so being able to use technology to give that immediacy of the experience. And then if you...
In a legal way.
In a legal way, that's right. And if you were there, it's almost like a commemorative, right? It used to be that bands and artists would show up and go, "What town are we in?" Not anymore. They show up and say, "We're in San Francisco here on August 28th for a reason," because they want to make sure that live performance is something that sticks in somebody's mind.
Definitely. There's something to be said about seeing something live rather than just seeing it, on your iPod, produced video, so to speak. So tell us a little bit about the deals that you guys you have right now. I know that you signed a deal with iMeme. I thought that they were a competitor of yours, but is that not the case?
No. What Snocap does is we have what's called a digital registry. It's got about 5.5 million sound recordings in it, and the company's been around now, coming up on 5 years. And the whole idea is to power all of these different services. Okay. So the fact that we power the MySpace Music Commerce service, a number of other social networks, and then iMeme actually asked us to do something else. So take the digital registry, all those tracks in there, and allow us to have people to be able to share their playlists legally. And so what we do is use the content in the registry to be able to identify it, authenticate it, ensure that that's legally being shared back and forth, and then the rights holders get paid on the back end of it. So
it's a win-win.
It's a win-win for everybody. It's a good way to put it.
Yeah. There's so many issues right now with distributing music legally online, and I know that you guys are a very legitimate company sticking to the rules here. What have you found that there's a lot of pushback from big labels?
No, the labels actually like the idea that they've got now many distribution points that they can look at legally. And the reason why you continue to see, in my mind, why you continue to see lots of peer-to-peers that are continuing to be there and have and have growth, in fact, is because not everything's accessible. Because there's still only 3 or 4 million tracks that you can actually find on an iTunes. We have 5.5 million tracks, but that's a small part of the universe. The universe could be 25 or 30 million recordings that are out there that still are yet to be licensed for digital use legally. So the answer is really getting full accessibility. So the major labels can look at us, and we feel like we work on the behalf of the rights holders. So the major labels can look at us and say, as we encode and license this content, we'll put it in the Snocap registry so that you guys can legitimately distribute it across all these other distribution points, which ultimately gives the consumer more access. So the more access you can get, then maybe there's less of a need to go off to the dark side, in a peer-to-peer. Sort of like cable TV used to be, right? Used to be, before you could get 500 channels for $39 a month, people would split cables and they put boxes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But we're in a different age today because you get high quality, 500 channels, everything you could imagine right there for a monthly fee that makes sense. I believe the music industry moves in the same direction.
Definitely. So what's next for Snocap? How do you think the company will evolve?
Yeah, I think we still have lots to do with the Snocap My Store. Right now, really all you can do in the Snocap My Store is a digital download. So we see the extension of many, many different pieces of commerce for an artist, whether they be ticketing, merchandise, lyrics, videos, on and on. So lots to be done there. Lots to be done with iMeme. iMeme is just at the beginning of their growth, and we think that there's a lot of fun there. And then stay tuned because we got a new kind of consumer thing that's coming shortly. So I'll just tease.
Can't say too much.
I'll just tease you with it. But before too long, you'll see something else come from us, which will allow the consumer. This what you see a lot from Snocap has been about the artist side. Now you get to see the consumer get to play around with the digital registry as well.
The way that companies become popular these days online is just getting out there and increasing traffic and reaching out to consumers and seeing what they really want and what sticks.
Yeah. What we believe they want is they want a lot of music, and they want to be able to access a lot of music legally, and be able to take that music and utilize it in the way they want to. Unless you have a large reservoir like the 5.5 million tracks in our digital registry, you're not going to see that kind of accessibility. So we're pretty excited about letting them dip into the well as well, I guess.
Definitely. One last question. I was interested in knowing what Snocap, or how you got the name, and I know Hanson asked it during the concert. How did you get the name?
Well, Sean Fanning, who founded the company, of Napster fame, he came up with the name when he founded the company the day after Napster was actually shut down, and it was a play on ASCAP BMI. So we've actually played around with a couple of different metaphors. You're at the top of the mountain, and it's nice and pure up there. So when the content falls on the mountain, all that good stuff. But really, at the end of the day, I think Sean just came up with it because he liked it.
The URL was available.
Yeah, he liked it. He liked it.
Great. Well, thanks so much, Rusty. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, and it was a great concert, and I hope to be invited to more.
Great. Thanks so much.